Hey guys, M.A.D.D.Y. I don't know, but today we are back with Distractible. Now, I have a really wholesome comic to read from Alexei. I'm gonna butcher this last name, so bear with me. Alexei Najanuro. I don't know if I said that right. But he says, "Hi Maddie, hello from Italy. Sorry if my English is bad, but I am still in the process of learning it. I just wanted to reach out and thank you for the videos. I randomly found your channel a couple of days ago while I was sick, and I binged and watched all your reaction while I was recovering. I really hope to see your channel grow because you have a great talent and you are entertaining. Really glad to be your 51st subscriber." That's right, we're over 50 now. Hell yeah. And Alexei, right? Your English is beautiful. Okay, I want to say that for fact. And thank you for your kind word. I replied all in Italian thanks to Google Translate. So I hope he appreciated that. So I hope you appreciate that. Then that was on my Memento Mori video. So check that out too while you're at it. But today we are just gonna do some homework while we listen to Distractible, and hopefully he plays it this time. Because sometimes he plays random ass music and I don't get it. Alexa, play Distractible podcasts on Spotify.
Playing Distractible from Spotify. Here's the latest episode. Would you rather?
Ooh, would you rather? Oof. I'm bad at you. Would you?
Gentle listener.
Good evening.
Welcome to Distractible.
Thank you.
A Widow production.
This week,
Bob judges and brings unenviable choices for the prospecting Jets. Mark may well be Stinky Pete, and Wade refuses worms and admits his potential southern drawl. From vile vanity plates or mysterious wipers to eating man's best friend or unbridled wholesale slaughter.
What?
Yes, it's time for Would You Rather. Now sit back and prepare to be distracted.
Okay.
And enjoy the show.
Thank you.
Hello, gentle listeners.
Hi,
and welcome to Distractible. I almost said welcome back, but some of you might be listening for your first time. In which case, what the hell are you doing with your life?
Whoa.
Yeah. But anyway, welcome and stuff. No, we want you to be here. But we're a little disappointed. But it's okay. We're not mad. We're just disappointed. This, for anyone who's new, is a show where one of us is the judge and two of us are the contestants. I'm the judge for this week. That's why I'm doing the intro, because the judge is also the host. But I, Bob, am joined by my two competitors, Wade and Mark.
I choose to be a competitor.
Compete, competitors, and go.
Die, foul beast.
Hey,
I slay.
I'll destroy you.
Can I cast magic missile?
No.
No, God.
I'm attacking the Markness.
The Markness.
Good God. Oh my God, that brought back memories. I was like, I didn't want to go to that place. PlayStation 2 era.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Come back to us, Mark.
Anyway, that's not how it works. As the judge, I'm supposed to give you some sort of topic, which I will, but not yet. And then I'll give points, and someone will win, and they're the judge next week. Today's points that hopefully you earn and don't lose. You usually earn points. Well, today those are brought to you and us and everyone collectively by Intel. Excellent. Yeah. Anyway, so you'll hear like the sound. You know the Intel sound. You'll hear that if you get points. Got it. There you go. Now you know how the game works. Before we play the game, we usually like to have a little small chats. A little personal catch 'em up. So, how are we?
I'm good.
What's that word? Expound. I could have expounded you, but I couldn't think of the word.
Expound on my goodness?
Well, no, you don't have to. But
I will. No, I'll be happy to. Yeah, no. I'm doing pretty good. Been working out a good bit. By now, maybe the OnlyFans is out. No, not yet, probably. But I've been working on it. Getting real.
Working out 7 days a week.
Oh, yeah. Getting the OnlyFans bod.
Get rid of that dad bod to get back in that fad bod.
You know, I remember distinctly, Bob. I'm gonna call out just a little bit, but it's very funny. You remember back when I did the Tasteful News calendar for the first one, and I remember talking to you about it. I was like, "Yeah, I think I'm in the best shape of my life," and you're like, "Aren't you 28? Like, wouldn't the best shape of your life have been 5 years ago?" And I'm like, "Come on, man! Holy shit! Wow. Yeah, Kenny, dude." It's just those moments where I'm like, "Oh, you can."
Well, you don't have a chance now.
Wouldn't you have been?
I mean, no, and that's the thing, because
okay.
I was not in that good of a shape in my early 20s. Absolutely not. Because I was out of all the sports that I was doing, and I wasn't, like, no physical activity at all. So in reality, when I did, like, the first Tasteful Nudes, that probably was the best shape of my life for a while there.
Until now?
Until now.
Wasn't that like 5 years ago?
Yeah. That was... No, actually... Hey!
Man, we're really surprised for you in 5 years.
In 5 years, don't worry.
You done that now?
I don't know why that's the interval. You can't do that voice. The only person other than me who's allowed to do that voice is the sound on TikTok that happens where people keep finding goofy faces on cars and pumpkins, and it's all, "Okay, you want to go scaring?"
You have the weirdest TikTok recommendations. I'm not the same.
Popular sound on TikTok. Okay,
No, the popular sound on TikTok right now is the voice filter thing.
Oh yeah,
where it
no,
replaces your voice.
My TikTok app doesn't have that. I was playing with it and it doesn't do it.
Well, it's funny because I saw that at Corridor, the form of that they've been using for a very long time now. It was like obviously some third-party stuff and like different companies have different versions, but it's the kind of thing that made Sam Gorski's voice into like an old British guy. It's what they used to do the intros of Son of a Dungeon. Like, that's not just a voice actor they hired. That's just, I think, Sam changing his voice to an old British guy.
That's pretty funny, actually.
Yeah.
I did think the first couple times I heard it, I was like, it sounds kind of like Sam.
Mm-hmm.
But then it doesn't. I honestly thought he was just doing, I thought he just had a voice that he could do. There was like a voice.
Me too. Yeah, I can do it too.
Have you listened to Son of a Dungeon?
It's me. It's me, Sam.
It's me, the dungeon. Oh, son.
Where's my son?
Go to the pub.
Good, yeah. I mean, this is this what you were looking for, Bob, in terms of small talk?
Sure.
Good.
Let's go with that.
Well, so Mark's good, and he was in the best shape of his life. How are you, Wade?
I'm so scared of answering that question.
You don't have to talk about anything you don't want to, buddy.
This year is so scary. Every time people ask how things are, they get weird. So,
What's something that could never break and cause you immeasurable pain and problems? How's your garage door, buddy? Working?
it broke a few years ago.
Oh, okay. Well, how's a back deck hanging on there? Still doing good? Sturdy as a rock?
Oh, there's wasps drilling into it.
Oh, your windows all good, sealed up, nice?
No, there's some, whenever it rains, we get that, the little fog in between that kind of tells me the seal's broken, we need to replace them.
How are your closet doors?
There's a weird stain on one. And I don't know what caused. I can go take a picture. It's like a little weird, orangish stain. I have no idea what caused it.
That's fine.
That's fine.
The air outside your house, how is that
Oh,
going?
what's the air quality in Ohio today? I
Oh,
don't know.
you
Probably
don't-
better than for
You don't
you.
want to
probably.
compete with us on air quality, baby. We got that locked down. California knows about quality air.
If I hadn't left my watch at Hot Yoga, I'd be able to tell you.
We are at 39, between 29 and 39 AQI. Is that good?
What, 39 AQI? What's going on over in Ohio?
Yeah, that's
29.
not amazing.
29 to 39.
That's not great.
I don't know what part I'm in to see this. I think the 39 is closer to downtown. The 29 is closer to me.
I mean, that makes sense. High on that is bad. High is bad.
What is high? Oh, I see a chart.
In the summertime, we get up into the 50s, 60s, 70s.
There's sometimes even 100 on days when the smog beast blows in. That's always a fun time.
We're hovering around high 20s, low 30s.
That's not great, but you'll live, I guess.
So I've got nothing good in life.
All
I
right.
guess the update.
Everything is terrible. Got it.
Everything is just is.
Fridge? How's your fridge?
Wait. Oh, the fridge is fine. Thanks for asking. Oh God, no! What have I done?
I don't know. You'll find out soon.
You should have stuck with everything is awful. Can't believe you did that. You fell for the trap.
Well, how are you, host?
I'm pretty good.
No one asked the host. That's
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's
you
the
know what?
host.
Don't.
I'm gonna give you a
Don't
bonus
do
point.
No.
Yay!
God, why did I even point it out?
Why did you point it out, Mark?
I noticed things.
Oh, you wouldn't have noticed.
You wouldn't have noticed.
I'm the observant one.
Maybe this point is the only point that will matter this week.
Maybe.
I'm offended, Mark. I
That's fair.
take from you. No, I'm not going to take it.
That's
1 point.
And you guys will definitely be getting points this week. Don't worry about it.
Okay. All right.
There's no way you won't get
Oh,
points.
now I'm more worried.
I don't know how to take your tone.
I'm being sincere. I know I sound sarcastic. This is as sincere as I get, fellas. There is 100% chance that both of you will earn points this week. Actually, that's not true. One of you at least will earn points this week. Sorry, caveating that. Yeah, so there's a 100% chance that already had happened.
Yes!
Mark, you're smart. You'll probably earn a point.
Okay.
Say,
I have a victory speech prepared.
my topic for today is a follow-on, but unrelated in almost every way, from my big or small episode, and I'm going to call this one "This or That." We'll put some game show music in
Is that
there.
the name of a show?
Probably.
Yeah, I think it is.
Isn't everything we talk about already a thing that we're stealing from?
There's a song. This, but that. This, that.
It's also words that are commonly used. You know, I think we could just skate over the fact that it's everything else.
No, there's a song.
It is a phrase in the lexicon.
Many people know it because it's so commonly said. We shouldn't use English if we really want to make this work.
Anyway, basically, this or that. This week, you will be picking your poison, which, to be clear, is the name of the board game that I'm using as an inspiration for this. It's a board game called Pick Your Poison. I will say, I opened it and I went through the cards, and some of them are a little homophobic, if I'm honest.
Oh.
This is not necessarily a all-out endorsement of that game itself, but I did purchase the game, and I guess I feel like we have to cite that.
I see,
Give
I
credit
see.
for that.
Okay.
But
That's fair.
not a strong endorsement. Just these are some fun ones.
All right.
So there's going to be rounds. Each round, I'm just basically going to have 2 options, and you have to decide, each of you for yourself, which one you would rather live with.
Okay.
And I also have made choices on this. So whomever agrees with me gets a point.
This isn't fair. You guys lived together for a while, so you synced your clocks and shit.
What?
I don't have a chance.
Our menstrual cycles have nothing to do with this.
We're
Wade.
very synced up, Wade.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
We lived together for 9 months in 2007, so we're definitely still on the same page.
I relearned today that minstrel can also be instrumental. It doesn't have to be just that.
No, that's minstrel.
What I said, minstrel.
Are you saying menstrual or minstrel?
Minstrel.
I'm an Ohio boy. You just said the same word twice.
We're Ohio.
They're Ohio boys too.
You cultured swine. Y'all get out of here with that.
Yeah. Oh man, you know it's so funny because every once in a while I'll make a tweet that has y'all in it, and people lose
do
their
a lot.
People lose their minds. They're like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I don't look, guys. It's what I go to."
Kentucky's just the other side of the river, y'all, so we say it all the time.
Yeah, y'all.
Mark's actual voice slipping out. He talks like this in front of the cameras, but when as soon as we stop recording, he's like, "Golly,
Golly.
so boys,
Yeah.
fellas, want to head down to the swimming hole and knock the dead body with some sticks? I hope it's still there." Yeah, that's how Mark actually talks.
Yeah.
I wish I talked like that.
Best kept secret on the internet.
You know, Wade, the funny thing is you could just start talking like that, and then that would be how you talk.
It's true.
It sounds like effort.
You can talk like however you want.
Mm-hmm.
However, even.
Yeah.
I do have a bit of a southern drawl that sometimes creeps in from like my family from
Oh.
Virginias and Kentucky and such. It definitely creeps in.
When I hang around in Texas for a while, like it gets absorbed.
Yeah.
Like I don't have like even Texas doesn't really have a strong Texas accent in Austin, but I do feel it sometimes coming in, and I'm like I start saying words differently. I'm like, oh my god, oh, what the hell is happening to me? What's happening to me? What's happening to me, y'all?
It's had me, y'all.
What's happening?
Me.
Going to the bathroom stall at the airport. You walk out with a cowboy hat and boots. Like, where did I even get these, y'all?
Where did I even get these? Is that Texas? I don't even know.
I don't know.
I'm from Texas.
You know, all crazy
This is so
prospectors come from Texas.
The old Texas gold rush, which is weird. That's in Prospect, California.
What?
Never mind.
Okay.
Mark's next thing, he's gonna go on a big gold find.
Gold find. Yeah, I'm gonna find some gold.
I'm going gold finding. You mean you're gonna go try and like pan for gold in a river? Or I'm gold finding.
Gold finding. I turned on gold finding mode.
You don't need a pan, you need a pickaxe and a cave.
Going to a museum. I found it. I found gold. That's mine now. See, it's different.
Yeah, that's good.
Anyway, I was unsettled on this one rule. I think I'm gonna allow you to control your own fates with this. Another part of this game is that on every round, at the start of the round, before you know the prompts, you may choose to double down. Effectively and only doubling the amount of points that you gain, but if you lose a double down round, you lose a point. You can. I will let you double down the entire game, whenever you want to.
Okay.
So you can gamble an extra point, basically. So either you win one or lose nothing, or win two or lose one.
Okay. I'll probably just use it when I feel very strongly about an opinion.
But it's before you get to hear the prompts.
Oh.
It's a gamble with no information, so you have to decide. If you start to get behind, you can try and catch up. If you're feeling strong about knowing what I'm thinking, you can just do it whenever you want. It's an equalizer, but it's a high risk, high reward type equalizer.
All right. I'm gonna double down first one.
Bold commitment, but I
I'm
appreciate
already
it.
down, so
Well, I
I might
can't
as well-
let him pass me, so I too am gonna double down.
I feel like this decision is already backfiring.
Double down every round.
This was the exact fear that was in the back of my mind when I was like, ooh, should I do that?
You could limit.
And then I was like, no, they wouldn't.
You could limit it to
Fine, I'll
3Gs.
triple down.
I'll use 2 double downs. Can we use all of our double downs in one?
Okay. Now that I've seen the future, you may double down 3 total times.
3 total times. Okay. I see.
And if you may double down multiple times in the same round. So 2 double downs earns you 4 points, but loses you 2. Using all 3 at once will earn you 6 points,
the
or
mythical
lose you 3.
quadruple down. I see.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I'll allow it, but you only get 3, and there will be more than 3 rounds.
Okay. Wait, are you going to double down first round?
I don't know how many rounds are we doing.
I mean, there's a max number that I have prepared that I don't think we're gonna reach. Realistically, maybe 6 or 7, maybe in that area.
So maybe only 4. I'm gonna double down first round.
Oh my
Go big or go
God.
home early.
Ah.
The 4 or 2.
I'm going to not double down.
Oh, you're.
That's a good idea.
I thought you'd already committed.
All right, I'm about to draw the cards, which are not randomly shuffled. They're stacked carefully with carefully crafted, hopefully good comparisons. But
If there's one thing I know is this is either going to be the end of me right off the bat, or I'm going to solidify.
Yes, this will either go well or badly.
No, I mean, like, I have a funny feeling if you win this double down right off the bat, I'm fucked for the whole episode.
I am already winning 1-0.
You are.
You are
that's
winning
true.
with nothing.
So wait, playing for 4 points,
Yeah.
or the loss of 2 points,
Oh,
which
no.
would immediately undo your lead, regardless of what Mark does. And Mark playing for the standard single point. I have drawn the cards, gentlemen. You're locked in.
Locked in.
All right.
Round 1. I was sort of hoping Will would do that, but that was a good rendition of it.
I hope Will has collected all of Wade's sound effects he's made over the years. Just like he has his own folder. I want a dramatic music. Oh.
Doctor that up a little, Will, and you can use that sound. That's fine. That's good. It was nice.
Excellent. Mix.
All right. Pick a poison, boys.
Yes. Left.
Would you rather get vanity plates for your car that read douche, or every time you poop for the rest of your life, a new and different stranger has to wipe your butt? You don't have to convince them to wipe your butt, and there's no explanation as to why, but a new stranger will appear to wipe your butt. You are not allowed to do it anymore.
Do they disappear afterwards? Do they have to go in
You
my
see
house?
them on this one instance, and then only ever if you run into them in real life accidentally, but they could be from anywhere in the entire world.
Right.
So the likelihood of that is relatively low. They might never appear in your life again.
They materialize in the stall with me or bathroom that I'm in. And,
Yeah, they materialize.
We're talking about the quality of their wipe. Do they do a good, thorough job?
I mean, everyone wipes their ass, so I guess
You get a
everyone's...
consistent, like, high 95% or better level of clean. They're not all perfection, but you get a good, consistent, clean rear end after each servicing.
Okay. I know my answer.
I think I know mine too. You want to go ahead, Mark? You can take this one first. I'll take my big points second.
I pick the vanity plate.
Yeah,
because
vanity plate.
I think that would be funny. And I don't think it would be near... No one's going to read a vanity plate that says douche and be like, oh, there he is! The douche! Get him! You know, they're just going to be like, oh, you're the guy with the douche plate. They would be like, how'd you get that through the DMV? And I'm like, I don't know, they just let it happen. And they'd be like, I love your plate. You know, I feel like that would, like, make me friends, not make me enemies. Who's going to just take their car and wham, wham, get on the road, douche, bam!
It's open season on douches. Oh, he's labeled.
I'm glad you warned me. Yeah, I don't think that's what it's going to be. So I take the douche plate.
I also love the douche plate, but
All right.
I'm going to go with the butt wipe.
Oh.
It's like having a bidet without having to pay for it. I just get a free wiping. My hands are clean. I stand, I give a little bendy, and some fresh pair of hands are gonna go and clean me out? Oh, yes, please. Make my day, stranger. A little bit more to the left? Oh, perfect. Oh, can you flush it for me, too?
Oh, yeah, well, you don't get to assert any control over it, okay? It's a wipe that happens, but you don't get to make requests.
Well, I can at least say it out loud. If they don't listen, I could be like... And then if they do actually go more to the left, it's like, oh, perfect. If they don't, it's like, not as good as Randy Handy yesterday. Maybe tomorrow we'll get someone good. I don't know, it's something exciting. It'd be horrifying the first couple of times, probably, but after a while, it'd be like, oh, what hands will I get? Who shall wipeth of mine cheek?
I mean, yeah, sure.
Okay.
The douche plate, fun, funny, get some laughs out of it. But my God, the pampering and the hands-free experience of having my ass cleaned for me? Yes, please. Everyone wants hands-free. We got little microphones or whatever on our face. We got our earbud in our ear, hands-free phones in our car. Hands-free ass wiping is the way of the future, and I will take it.
Everything you described in that list of reasons hands-free is good is on my computers, except for the butt wipe.
It could be an AI wiping my cheeks. I don't know the person. They could be.
No, it's a person. It's a real human.
Can robots be people?
No AIs or robots or anything. It's just a person.
Oh, okay.
That's for another day. That's a different discussion.
All right. So we're locked in.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say,
Oh yeah,
I
easy
fully agree with Mark's sentiment.
Yes.
Because it would be really funny and also easily explainable. You lost a bet. You were just trying to see if they would do it. You didn't think they would. But Wade is completely wrong, and that's a horrifying vision of my future. I like your version of it better. I guess the thing I ran into is when I envisioned that, I'm like sitting on the toilet, and I don't know how most people wipe, I guess, but I'm assuming it's some version of like, you lean over a little, right? You shift your hips. I don't like stand up. Maybe I'm doing it wrong.
I pucker my lips, I bend my hips, and I look behind and go, oh, is today the day? Will another hand come through the wall to wipe me? And now it can.
But see, the bathroom is my private space, and I don't even like it when I don't like public bathrooms because I know people are out there. I don't even like it if I'm somewhere where me in a closed room and I hear someone walk by and I'm like, ooh, I'm not alone. I would hate never being able to be alone in the bathroom and feel like I have some privacy to do that. Not ever having to wipe again if it was a robot attached to the toilet, like a mechanical bidet situation, but it was physical wiping. Yeah, I'd be into that. A stranger coming into me just after I dropped a nasty deuce.
If we're lucky, we'll live long enough where that'll happen to be our future anyway.
Oh, yes, please.
Can you imagine if you try to sneak out a fart in a public place, like you're in some seminar or movie theater, and you accidentally poop a little bit, and then your guy just, come on, drop your pants.
Just quietly squeeze one out in the theater, and someone appears next to you, their hand just immediately goes down the back of your pants to clean it up. You're like made a popcorn bite, and there's just a hand between your cheeks.
This is the kind of foresight that Mark has into
That's
these
even more fun to
situations.
explain. It's like, sorry, that's my wife genie.
I found a lion in the desert and I jumped in his mouth. I found this vase and I rubbed it, and the guy came out and was like, "You'll never wipe again," and then flew away.
How else do you explain so? Especially if you have like a bad day where a couple sneak out and like people see like different people appear to keep wiping your ass for you. It's like, who are these people? They're my wipe genies. They come from my wipe brothel? That's not the word.
My penis.
Wipe brothel.
That's not the right word. My wipe harem? No, my wipe posse?
Posse?
Why is that word of all of those the one you have a problem with?
Yeah.
Posse makes sense. It's your
I
posse.
saw your face. It looked. You were
I
like.
considered that one because it actually wasn't as ridiculous as the ones I was saying.
All right, fair.
All right. Anyway, the result of round one is, of course, Mark wins at 1 point.
Wait, what? Hold on, no, hold on. Yes! I went with the bold!
Yes.
I went bold!
Yes.
Reward me for going bold!
Yes.
That's not the rules. It's whomever I agree with. Haven't you learned I'm very narcissistic when I'm the host?
I revoke my double down.
Wade loses 2 points. More than reversing the score, we now have Mark at 1 and Wade at -1.
Damn it, this is just like the days of old.
You could have been absolutely decimated there, Mark, but you
Yes, somehow
survived.
did. Yes.
For now.
All right.
For now. All right. Any double downs? Time for the next round, boys. It's time for some more choices.
I've only got one left.
Choosins.
I'm okay.
No doubles? No doubles? Play-
I'll double!
Oh, God. All right, Wade playing for 2 points or another negative.
All right.
I can tie it up here, coach.
You can.
You can. I believe in you. I mean, it really comes down to what I've already chosen, which is pretty out of everyone's hands. Except mine. I could change what I choose, couldn't I?
Wiping could have been out of your hands, but you chose poorly.
I'm good with having to wipe so that no one is there when I'm sad after my poop is gone. Yeah, I get sad. I get separation anxiety. Okay. Here's your choice. Wade playing for the last double down he possesses.
That's right, baby.
Would you prefer to find out that your parents pay all of your friends to like you, or pee out a small worm every time you go to pee?
Parents paying my friends because I don't have any friends, and its mom pays my
None of these things
friend
have
from
concept.
high
You're
school
free to invent
and
it,
my
but they
friend
exist
on
in a
Instagram.
vacuum
That would
where
be
that's
very
just how
impressive.
life is for you.
But my mom doesn't trust neither of them. And I have my friend from high school has been my friend since high school, and she still doesn't trust him.
Fuck, it's easy.
And she's met him multiple times, so.
By your parents.
Obviously.
Doesn't take that much thinking, opponent.
All right, Wade, what do you got?
Yeah, wait, was
You think you're so clever.
Obviously, I want my parents to pay for my friends. One, I'm a social person, but I also enjoy my alone time. So if all my friends were fake and paid for, either one, they can continue to be, whatever, or two, I'll either go make new friends or just entertain myself. But the biggest bright side of this option is my parents have to be fucking loaded to pay for that many friends. So if they die, I'm making goddamn bank, and then I can pay for my own friends, and everything will be fine. If I'm pissing out worms, I could be dirt poor, filthy rich, I don't really know. But at least if my parents can afford to pay for my friendships, at least I'm getting something out of the deal.
You assuming they're paying for your current existing roster of friends, or that you have a lot of friends, like more than you have, like a sane amount of friends, or
I suck. They'd have to pay a lot for people to like me. So I'm assuming they gotta be loaded even if I've only got one friend. I'm thinking about my current roster of friends.
we kind of adding some facts in that one, but I'll allow that. That's a little bit of a stretch, but
I picked the friends, and I don't feel like I need to justify it. I don't want to piss out worms. It's really all that simple.
You big baby.
You want to piss out worms? You pick the worms. You have to piss every time. I pee like 4 or 5 times a
boldly
day.
countered you last
That's so
time.
many
You just
worms.
followed in my footsteps. Go piss a worm and then talk to me, you friendless heathen.
Or have you pissed out a worm?
I'm not saying.
Why are you defending the worms?
They're okay. You never talked to one?
5 times a day for 365 days times. Maybe I'll live I don't know, like to 60. Oh my god, 100,000 worms for my life.
Is 5 times a day the average number of times someone pees in a day?
I pee a lot every day. I pee like 5, maybe even 6 times a day. I drink water.
6?
That seems like a lot to me.
Well, that's
That
what
does
I do.
seem like a
I know
lot
what
to
to
me.
do.
Have you had your prostate checked yet?
I have.
Is it okay?
Yeah, fine.
I probably pee about 5 times a day.
Yeah,
That sounds
when I
about right.
get up, like maybe around 11, I went to pee before we did the podcast. I'll squeak out peas just in case I'm like, I'm gonna go do a thing for an hour.
That's true.
Yeah, I would change how I do it if I didn't have to do it, but I get up in the middle of the night sometimes.
Would you pee more or less if you had worms?
What do you mean less? What do you mean
I
more?
would absolutely try and pee less.
What do you
Yeah,
mean
no.
more?
Yeah, maybe you'd enjoy it.
You really save it up so you can get a bunch out all at once with the worm.
Maybe they come like different sizes and colors and stuff. You never know what you're gonna get.
If I master like the ability to control my piss, if I start and then stop, is another worm going to appear, or do I have to zip it all the way back up
that's a great
and then
point.
zip
Yeah,
down?
I feel like it's more like uncorking. You have a session. At the beginning of the session, you've got to break the seal.
With
as
the
it were.
I see.
The christening of the urine. Let me break the seal and allow my worms to come out.
It's like the tequila with the worm in the bottle. That's what it is. I see. I picked the friend parent thing.
Me too. Give me the rich parents.
Well, that's what I picked as well, obviously, because this I hopefully it's the only one. But even if I was trying to make good ones, and I kind of like this one, but the worm is just not a thing. I think I could stomach.
Yeah, I know.
I think I would suffer a lot on that one. So Mark gets a point, and Wade gets 2 points.
I'm still in the lead, right?
2-1. I'm coming back, baby.
Yeah, Mr. Out of Double Downs.
Mark is still in the lead, though. Yeah, Mark has all of his doublés. Wade has none of his doublés.
Just wait till you lose your double down.
You don't know what I'm gonna double.
I could have said at the beginning, but I will say now, the things that you're choosing between definitely get worse.
Oh,
But I don't
God.
know if that makes it easier or harder to choose between them.
Probably hard trying to
Probably harder. I don't know.
Anyway, Mark, would you like to use any of your doublés?
No, I'm gonna hold on till
Oh, he's gonna hold. Oh,
I
okay.
choose to use one of his.
No, sorry.
That's
no,
not how it
no
works.
Double downs.
Oh.
Round 3, my lads. Pick your poison. Would you experience the pain of childbirth every
Okay.
time you poop,
Oh.
or get a notification on a device that is permanently affixed to you in your brain or on your wrist or somewhere you cannot remove every time anyone in the world says a negative thing about you?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Every single time, they are all separate notifications. You cannot turn them off or remove them from your person.
I have my
Perhaps
answer.
they're beamed directly into your brain. You're inescapable. Or pain of childbirth every time you poop, even if it's just a little bit.
Do you just get like a that it's happening, or do you hear the thing?
It's a sound, it's a vibration, and it will not stop pestering you until you look at it or acknowledge it in some way.
Okay.
So it's a thing you have to be.
I think
aware
I would do the
of. You may not have to,
notification.
read every word, but you have to swipe
Look
it
at
away
it.
or something in the
Okay.
middle. So
I
you
think
have
I'll
a
do the
sense of how many
notification.
things you're receiving at the
Because I don't think a lot of people don't like me. But if they don't like me, then I'll know who it is. Then I'll try to fix that. Because I like to make people happy and make people laugh and communicate with
I have
them.
to pick first, right?
Even though I am an introvert, I like to
Okay,
make people happy.
So I am the type that doesn't really get bothered by negative comments or anything and saying bad things about me. I don't really care. I have this policy I've talked about where it's like, if they don't know me, it doesn't matter. The fact that I get notified of everything and the sheer quantity of people that probably talk shit,
and you have to acknowledge it.
I once turned on my Instagram notifications on my phone.
Ooh.
To send all notifications. It was, and you've seen videos of some celebrities doing it too. It's just like your phone will start overheating and blow up for the sheer number of notifications.
I mean, you did that a long time ago. I forget. It was my bachelor party.
Yeah.
We were somewhere in Cincinnati, and you had your phone out, and one of the guys was like, "Whoa, is that your Twitter?" And you were like, "You have no idea."
Yeah.
You just started scrolling.
Yeah.
That would have been 2013, which is
Yeah.
you're a little more famous now than I think you were almost a decade ago. Just a little.
So that would be life ruining. My head would just constantly be vibrating. Like the sounds would just be emitting from my person. I wouldn't be able to handle that life. I wouldn't be able to get sleep. It's not like the hate would stop and sleep. So I have to pick the childbirth poops. I'm hoping the poop doesn't last as long as normal childbirth every time, but...
No, it's just a poop.
Okay. I just have to pick that one.
But is it always as intense as, like, it never loses intensity, you never get used to it, just always an intense...
It's as if you're giving normal vaginal birth to your first child. Always the same experience. You don't, like, get used... I mean, you might get used to it mentally, but your body doesn't, like, adjust, or it's not, you know...
Yeah.
It's always that experience.
So, I am not Mark famous, thankfully, and so the idea of me getting notified every time someone makes a negative comment is a lot more manageable. Plus... I also am not bothered by negative comments. If anything, I'm like, I'm living rent-free in that person's head. By all means, yes, bald, all caps, times 542. Got me! Yeah, go for it. So, I'm going to go with that route. I've never, and probably will never, hopefully experience giving birth to a child. But from what I've heard, and from stories I've heard, and things you see on TV and whatnot, it seems... not pleasant. And pooping is kind of a nice, relaxing part of the day where it's like you get to go sit down for a minute, just browse your phone or whatever, just to relax. That would all of a sudden become a jigsaw moment of, do you want to play a game? You had tacos for dinner. You might have to take 4 shits today. Prepare yourself. It's like, no, I don't wanna. And if you're feeling sick, and then you have, like, the sick poops, and they're also child poops, give me the notification.
Yeah.
It's in my head. Live rent free. Yes, give me negative feedback. I will take it. Negative feedback all day.
All day.
Piddly, middle, kind of famous, but not really life. I'll take it. For Mark, 100% agree with him. He would not be able to live. Me? I can, and I will, baby.
As soon as you pick that and people know that that's happening, someone's just gonna like, fuck you, ball.
I'll have that one troll that auto-bots me. Ball.
Would it be worse to have a bot that never stops tweeting because it would eventually get banned doing that? Or would it be worse to have a bot that tweets you once a day, every day, never gets banned, never stops? One tweet that just says, bald!
This might be getting too personal, but there was someone in our community years and years ago who used to tweet at me 3 times a day, and it would always start off positive, middle one would be horribly negative and mean, and the third one would always be apologetic. And I had that same cycle for like 2 years, and then they disappeared. And I'm not gonna lie, it got to the point where I looked forward to it. I would like go and grab a drink like, oh man, it's almost 2 o'clock. It's almost time. Always between 1 and 3. Where is it? What's it gonna be today? Like, I looked forward to that. It got to be fun, so I would take it.
Fair. You guys know I'm not like super affected by social media, but I get baited really easily. The subreddit lately has been rough for me. I cannot go and look at the subreddit and just read the stuff that people are complaining a lot, let's say. And every one I read, my brain is like, tell them, get them. I'm like, you can't respond to that. That's not responsible, and they're just expressing their complaint. It's fine. So that's like a tough one for me. But Manny hasn't given birth yet. I've just like seen what comes before it, and that is the most terrifying shit I can imagine. I don't think, and I didn't think I could choose that one. So I had to choose the notifications of the mean things, even though I think that would slowly kill me also. Childbirth looks scary, guys. It looks really scary.
Yeah, but that's Mark's... I gotta say, that is Mark's only chance of survival.
Yeah, so I'll take the childbirth shits.
The sad... I'll take the
No,
childbirth.
I'll take the
shits.
child.
Well, you get a lot of bowel obstructions and stuff, so maybe you wouldn't poop that much.
Well, until they give me the 7 rounds of laxatives and I'm pooping like 12 times a day. That was, if I had to do childbirth every 12 times a day. I mean, the thing is, like, it's a smaller window. So even, like, if I shat multiple times a day, it still wouldn't be as bad as, like, a normal childbirth because the pain
No, it wouldn't be like 20 hours of labor and everything, and there's no recovery, I guess.
Yeah.
Unless the pain of it causes you to take more time each time because of how bad it hurt. I
feel like it would cause you to just want to get it out.
Maybe, but like there's also that thing in our brains that stops us from like causing ourselves pain that might slow. I mean, maybe eventually we'd adjust and be able to. I don't know, but that sounds horrible.
Yeah.
I'll be fine, guys. Guys, I'll be fine.
Tell us what it's like, Mark.
I'll be fine. I'll be fine, guys.
Anyway,
My body can handle
Wade gets the point.
You're at a party and like Mark goes to use the restroom. You hear horrible screaming. It's like, don't worry, guys, it's fine. He does this every time.
Meanwhile, you're, don't worry, guys, it's fine.
Every time Mark poops, suddenly Wade starts vibrating violently.
Markiplier only likes you because you vibrate. That's not true.
All right. Are we tied now?
Good round. Yeah, so it's tied.
That's right, baby. I'm back from the depths.
Wade's mounting a comeback.
I choose the double-double.
What does that mean?
I want to double down again with Mark's points since he's not using them.
I do not
That's,
agree.
All right, I'll have to try.
A thing that happens. Sorry, bud.
Okay.
Do you want a double, Mark?
No. Is it the last round?
No.
Okay, then no.
We have, in front of us, we have 5 more rounds we could potentially do. I don't think we're going to get through all of them. But this is not the last round.
On the last round, no matter what, I will use every one of my... all of them to quadruple.
You're going to be up by 3 points. There's no chance of me coming back and be like, I choose the double down.
Double.
All right. Well, no doubles this time. Just a straight up round of picking terrible stuff. Boys, pick a poison. Would you rather have porn audio softly playing from your pocket at all times?
Oh, God.
Or die in 2035?
Die in 2035.
Date. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna hear just a second.
It's a little under 13 years, probably.
13 years.
Die in 2035 because I work with kids, so that would not be appropriate. I would be fired.
I'm already weird. People aren't going to question it. It's fine. I'll be like, hey, I have to play it or I'm dead, so...
I have a condition.
It's like a medical thing. I can't...
Okay, yeah, so is it like a full... It goes back-to-back, a full, like, video... Like, you know, you get the... Hey, you just order some pizza. They're pointing out. Like, wow.
Yeah, no, yeah.
So it does the whole thing.
It's a porn TV station with no commercials. It's just the actual content of the porn films
all the time,
with no titles or anything. It just jumps right from the end where the music cuts for a second into, hey, did somebody order a sausage pizza?
So dying in 2034. What? I can't. What?
You're debating?
Yeah, I'm debating.
Porn in my pocket at all times, or I'm dead.
Oh, you can't watch it. That's not a part of it. It's just the sound.
I lived this existence, right? With Unisonic. No. The idea. I haven't gotten to the idea. Give me a chance, man, before you start laughing.
No.
Look, it's funny. So, the idea of having a set time when you die. You know how much time you have left, which is the big fallacy of life. Everyone knows they're going to die someday, but not everyone lives with that reality. You could die tomorrow, next year, whatever, at any moment. Anything could happen. Having, 13 years-ish?
Yeah.
Sometime in 2035, I know I'm going to die. Guaranteed I'm going to die.
Guaranteed?
That's 12 or 13 years that I could do incredible things. I've only been on YouTube for a little over 10 and a half about. Think of what I could do in 12. Like, if I really knew that at the end of that, I would get there and I would be 45, 46, something like that. That's a good life. It's not a long, long life, but that's a good life. And I'm not even saying so much that the porn is what bothers me. That would ruin a lot of, like, potential things. Going out to dinner would be problematic, you know, dating, like, taking dates and stuff like that. I could never be a politician, I don't think, or anything like that. Not that I want to be. It would just ruin a lot. Even recording YouTube videos would be difficult because it would constantly be a present thing. But if I had a set time of when I was going to die, if I look at it like, okay, that's bad, but I have 12 years. That's still pretty good. Honestly, I'm of the type that I've never wanted to live forever, and I don't particularly look forward to being old and decrepit. If I had to pick one, I think I'd pick the 2035.
I think statistically I'll take the chances I'll probably outlive 46 on my own terms and give me the porn and the chance.
Give me the porn.
Also, knowing when I'm going to die, man, that last year would be rough. Like, that would really start to weigh on you as it gets closer.
Honest.
Honest.
I know, right?
Yeah, but that's not the end of your show. It's the end of you.
I know. It was the same principle for me.
Honest. Honest.
But I preach, man. I would love to know when I die.
All right. This one, I looked at it and I came to my answer about as quickly as Wade did. And then I kept thinking about it. And if this was posed to me a year ago, I know exactly what I would do. Porn doesn't really bother me. Not a huge deal. Like you said, Mark, it can cause problems. But Mark is dead on accurate. That knowing exactly how much time you have left, even if it's not as much as you might want or feel like you need or whatever, you would know the scope and you would have an understanding of what your life could be and like have a motivation to do it. And I would snap decision that potentially. Except now that we're having a kid, that seems like a really...
Oh, come on. He's fine. I lost mine when I was 12. He'll be great.
That seems like a really bad proposition. And having
Only for the kid.
porn in your pocket around a kid would not be great, but being there and
The birds
having
and the bees real easy.
You're interrupting me, telling you that you
I gotta
really
charge
want
my
that
computer. Hold on, I'll be right back. But I'm still listening. I'm still listening.
for as much of your kid's life as possible. and having the porn situation, I have to pick that over dying before I know my kid is even going to be fully grown. As if I died when my kid was in middle school or about to start high school, I know that they would probably be fine. But I wouldn't ever want that. Not for any personal reasons, but because I wouldn't want to do that if I had any control over it. I mean, no one has actual control over it, but I have to make the choice that I would rather have the porn audio and hope I live past that age. Whatever, who knows what's going to happen. I have to pick that. So I want to choose with Mark, but I have to choose with
I
Wade
get that.
for
Yeah,
reason,
I get that.
which is tough.
That's fair.
Would you stay motivated for the full 13 years, or would you have like an upward curve of motivated now, then it kind of dies down, then as like the date approaches, you get it again?
I imagine it would be very similar to how Unis Honest was, where the first few months we were extremely motivated. I mean, COVID was also a problem, but it's like during the middle transitional period, people watching definitely like lost the importance, and then at the end it was like,
I didn't lose the importance. Who are you talking to? I didn't lose the importance. The importance was there through and through. I was one of those loyal fans who was going through and through with Unis Honest.
I could die in a month. I could die in 10 years, 20, 50. I don't know. So I need to live life like that. It's a good reminder.
I suppose it depends on what your motivations are, but yeah.
So that was a tough one because I sort of chose against what I think I would personally want, but for a pretty powerful reason. But anyway, the result is Wade gets a point.
Dun, 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 dun.
Mark does not. Putting Wade into the lead.
Well. Back on top, baby. It's
A
not
surprising swing.
even laid the clock yet.
Do we want 2 more rounds or 1 more round?
Let's do one more round.
And
One more
I'm
round.
wagering it all. I don't need to.
All right.
Well, I do.
I'll wager it all too.
I'm double. I hereby
Double.
double.
Mark going for the triple-double, not the basketball thing. And Wade really hoping that Mark gets it wrong.
Hopefully.
Will.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Fate has shined upon me in this last week and a half. It shall shine again.
Mm-hmm.
This is my favorite combo of the night.
Excellent.
With everything on the line, basically for only Mark, Wade's choice almost doesn't even matter.
Well,
Pick.
feels good to be here, guys.
You have poison.
Okay.
Would you eat a puppy, a live, healthy puppy?
No!
You may not cook or prepare it. You must consume it and its soul.
Oh no!
Or kill 10 people and get away with it.
Kill 10 people and get away with it. Kill 10 people and get away with it. The puppy.
In the world, you get away with it. You live the rest of your life.
Puppy.
And you kill 10 human beings.
And I get to choose? Okay, they're all bad people, so that's a good start, but just 10 people.
This would be fun. I don't like this anymore.
Whose turn is it to go first?
Whose turn is it?
Can I sweeten the deal by saying you don't have to eat the bones of the puppy? Just the flesh and organs and skin and fur?
But you think we're both going to go with killing people?
I don't know. Yeah, so you're both locked in. I think Wade should go first. Because his choice really couldn't matter less.
Thanks, man.
What do you pick, Wade?
It's been an honor to be here. I'm killing the people, dude. There's
Yeah.
some evil fucking people.
There's some evil
I'll
people.
go for the people.
People.
I feel like I have a higher chance of being able to stomach killing a bad person than living with myself explaining how I devoured a living dog, a innocent little puppy. Not to mention, I don't know that I can physically actually eat a dog. Whereas I'm pretty like a living being of any kind, I don't know that I could do it. Like an ant or something, maybe, but a dog?
You eat like pounds of meat at a time when we go to like.
Yes, but they're dead.
I admit this freely.
You have talked about that before, actually.
But a person that like I know is just a scumbag son of a bitch whose existence makes the world a worse place, I could justify that.
But what if you meet their mother somewhere?
Why did you raise such a shit kid?
You raised a shit kid.
I'll probably shake my hand.
What if it's one of the people who wiped your butt?
You didn't do a good enough job.
Maybe they're one of the ones that didn't get the left cheek enough. I can rationalize.
Okay.
People suck. A puppy is just like a representation of innocence and purity. And while it's not a human life, I'm not one of those people who thinks humans are on this big pedestal of being so much better than everything else. So I'll take the innocent puppy.
Innocent.
Like
I'll
take out 10 sons of bitches.
10 sons of bitches.
Yeah.
Bye.
Eat the puppy, Mark.
Eat the puppy, Mark. Eat the puppy.
We've disagreed on every single one of these, which is fascinating. And for this one, it is an interesting thing. For me to look at my own judgment and say, I have the confidence and will and intelligence to be the arbitrator of who deserves death, is not really something that I would think of myself on a day-to-day basis.
Okay.
That being said, I don't have to use it up that quickly, right? I don't have to do it 10 at once, right?
No, they don't have to be all at once. I would say there's a sort of a deadline, not like a tight one, but you can't screw around and put it off.
You forgot it the night before. You're like, shit, I need a 10 body. Damn it.
And I have to get probably all 10 of them within a year.
Yeah.
Probably.
Some sort of short reasonable
time.
timeline. You have to finish this expeditiously.
Yeah, it's like, I hate to, when people are like, I am the arbitrator of justice and death. But at the same time, I kind of agree with Wade in terms of, like, humans are not necessarily something to be put on the pedestal. But at the same time, life is precious. But it's like, which one could I live with, right? And I've never taken a life. That's the thing. I've never taken a life.
Me neither, but I'm more comfortable taking human life than a dog, so.
Inadvertently or inadvertently.
I've eaten many puppies alive.
You're making 10 puppies to even it out a little bit. It'll be, well, that's right. I kind of agree with Wade. There are some people out there who are evil people.
Evil.
And I'm not big on labeling things as good and evil. Like, I don't think humanity, some people are evil. I think everyone is, like, capable of evil. But there's some clearly evil people out there, all over the world. And 10 of them, that's an opportunity.
That's an opportunity.
I think I'd go with that one.
That's an opportunity.
Are you sure, Wade? That seemed like a lot of consensus. What if I agree completely with where you guys landed? I feel like that poses a real threat to your slim lead, Wade.
No, I feel pretty good about it because most of the points Mark had was just agreeing with my points.
Well, I mean, we disagreed what?
There was one that you agreed on.
Oh, was there? Oh, okay.
Neither of you wanted to pee worms.
I remember that one. I tried to push that out of my head.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Broad agreement on that one.
I see.
Anyway.
To be fair, most of these things I don't want, but if I had to pick, then I agree with not peeing worms.
Well, this is a tough one. Which is the purpose? And I do generally agree with you guys, except that I don't know if I could live with myself with the idea that I am the only one. I am the judge and the jury and the executioner. I have decided, even if it's thoroughly researched, I don't know if I could still live with the idea that I took 10 lives when I could have chosen to take 1 life. And, like, ultimately limited the amount of damage that my life choices have caused. I cannot imagine what it might be like to eat a puppy. Even my strategy would be to put it out of its misery and not, like, try and eat it and keep it alive.
Oh, I thought you said you had to eat it while it was alive.
You are handed an alive puppy, and you have to eat it. But you don't have to, like, eat it as it's still living.
I thought we were fork and knifing this thing while it was barking.
That's what I was thinking too.
Not that it might change my answer.
It wouldn't change my answer, but I was just being like,
Hannibal Lectering a dog while it's
Exactly.
and whining at me bite by bite.
I will accept that as a premise, and it does not change my answer, unfortunately.
I'm just Kevorkian it, where I'm gonna go help people that like want to die and are like suffering.
No,
Mark's just like,
I'm gonna. I got a knife. You son of a bitch.
Even that, I feel like, is a slippery slope, though, because
It is.
I'm
oh, it is,
sure
they all are.
I'm sure that there are a lot of people who may feel that way because of whatever is happening, an illness or something completely insufferable that just happened to them that is torturing them, who, given enough time, may recover, may come to
I
terms.
just lived that scenario. I get you.
Yeah, like even in that situation, I would feel like I'm making a judgment that you're of sound mind and agreeing with your potentially inaccurate conclusion that you don't want to live, even though that is a thing that can change. And it's an unfortunate conclusion for Wade. Because that means that you both agree, which earns Wade 1 point, increasing his lead to 4-2 over Mark. But that earns Mark the triple double downer.
Wait.
6 points. Catapulting Mark to an 8-4 victory. Thought you would have pieced that together, Wade. I was trying to draw out my conclusion on which one I'd pick, and then you'd figure it out.
Me, so you'd still pick me over him.
Oh!
I didn't know we were both gonna get points. I forgot about the worms where we did.
Yeah, you can both get points.
You both can get
All he
points.
had to do was agree and he was guaranteed victory. It's awful.
Well, not necessarily.
Well, I guess if he'd lost, he'd lost more points.
it would still been. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
Why
say
did you
like
eat the puppy, damn you?
I'm not gonna eat a puppy! What are you talking about?
After I do kill the 10 people, I would probably still turn myself in. Because I feel like
I like the puppy.
no, I'd turn around and eat the puppy at the end of it. I take all. It's all an option. No, I would turn myself in just because, like, I do not feel like it would be right for me to get away with it. If I had the power to do the action, I might as well, like, go all the way and accept the responsibility of what I did. Because if I felt strongly enough that it needed to be done, then, you know, I cannot value my own life more than the ones that I ended, even if it was evil and I have to take responsibility for that. And then I'd let, you know, I'd let the rest of the people decide what to do with me.
I would ascend the stairs of the courthouse, and the Chief Justice would hang laurels on my head and a medal around my neck, because I will have done the state a service. Anyway, Mark wins!
Yay!
I can't believe saving the triple-double saved you. I thought you were going to lose it on being in the lead and triple-doubling yourself out of the lead.
I thought so too.
I'm
I was
honest.
expecting that. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, but I'll
I
take
can't
it.
believe I lost the wiping of the butt.
I'll take it.
I stand by it. Wipe my ass for me, world.
I just can't believe you double down so hard on that one.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was that one, to be fair.
I know, but it's the first one. You really started on the back foot there.
Well, I wanted to start strong, get a nice lead, have a nice cushion.
I understand.
Oh, boy. Loser speech, Wayne? You big loser?
Wipe me. Oh, God.
I'm sure you could pay someone to do that, I guess. I don't know. If it's a consensual thing,
It's expensive. A different person every day.
you like hire an agency and people sign up to, and then if their number gets drawn, maybe they get paid or something. You know, well, you probably coordinate that. You might be
Fair.
into that.
Yeah.
If you want to wipe Wade's butt, just text him at
No, don't.
48.
All right.
I said your actual phone number because I
I
know it
hope
by heart.
Will censors that.
He did. He
My house-
censored
my-
that.
My house is, I don't know how to beep.
You're good.
Dry.
Oh, God. Well, so I feel awful about that last one.
Yeah.
We don't have to talk about that anymore, though, because the game is over.
You're
Mark has
right.
won.
Oh.
We can tell you the host next time.
Yay.
Can I give a winner's speech?
Can
No.
I give a winner speech?
Take a
I mean,
screenshot.
you did. I feel like we're circling back here.
Did I? I didn't. No, I didn't.
Wait.
I don't think you did.
No, I didn't.
We're getting older.
Take a
Did I prompt
screenshot.
Mark to give a winner speech in my
No.
head and then
No.
listen to Mark talk in my head and then say none of it out loud?
That never happened out loud.
All right, Mark, you can give a winner speech, but only if it's exactly what I hallucinated in my head.
Watch out, everyone at home. I have a license to kill, and I'm coming for the evil ones. But don't be evil. I'm Santa. I'm gonna turn into Santa.
You're murder Santa.
Murder Santa.
Can you imagine imagine in your head?
Is that what you imagine? Yeah.
Wildly enough, no, it's not. But I'll forgive that, I guess.
All right, fair enough.
I really did just like black out for a second, hallucinate that I asked Mark to give a winner's speech.
Hey, that happened to me when we were out in LA. Remember my milkshakes?
That was way weirder and much worse than my blackout.
Oh yeah, no, that was bizarre.
We need to talk about that story. We won't remember to do that, but we do.
No time.
No, next time.
Next time,
On
yeah.
Dragon Ball Z. Yep, that's the thing.
That was the I got that. Yeah.
Thanks for competing, guys.
Thanks.
Look forward to Mark's hosting next week. You can find my friends, Mark at markiplier on all of the social media places, Wade at LordMinion777, or just Minion777 on Twitch. And if you literally search for Bob, friend of Markiplier, that's the only way to find my content.
Oh, I saw.
Someone posted it in the subreddit. It works.
It worked.
It does work.
Wow, that's incredible.
Is that why I get all the emails for you?
Anyway, thanks for listening, lizards. Make sure you follow the podcast. We release it every Monday, but still, if you follow it, you'll never miss it, because your phone will bother you until you listen. We have merch.
My tablet does.
Store.distractablepodcast.com. And, thanks so much for listening. And post something positive on the subreddit, or I'm going to keep crying every time I open it. Please. We do look at that. And it hurts. We look at that.
Yeah, it has been a little bait-filled, which is just people's excuse for rants. So post something nice. Post your favorite thing about the podcast.
Be kind, you shits.
I'm going to go ahead and cut that off.
Was that too
Hustle.
More of the outburst. Wait, that's the end of the podcast. We're out of here. Podcast out.
Oh, nice. Okay. Stop. I don't know where that comes from. It usually just stops the podcast and just doesn't put advertisements. That's weird. But that was a very, very funny. I was like, I don't want to eat the puppy. Who would eat the puppy? If you eat the puppy, you're a monster. I just want to let you know that. You're a monster if you eat the puppy. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Distractible. Make sure to follow them and all the things, and you know where to find them. If you watch this, you know where to find them. You're just looking for my reaction to the podcast at this point. But yeah, anyway, I'll see you guys later. It's a little late for that. I may not put an episode out for Gotham Knights tonight. Maybe tomorrow. So yeah. Be ready for that. I'll probably record one tomorrow and then have it been going to on Wednesday. You'll see it, but tomorrow I'll definitely record it. But I'll see you guys later. This is M to the A.D.D.Y. I don't know, but I'll see you guys next time. Peace.